Carla and Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life. They made what into a TV series, as we're going to have a little short run here. We're going to change it up. Yeah, Viva Pinata, season 1's out of the way, Donkey Kong's out of the way, and we thought we'd change it up and take a look at Rayman, the animated series. A series of animated short films created by Ubisoft in 1999, based on the Rayman video game series, following the success of Rayman 2, The Great Escape. We're like, hey, let's get into this action, and so on.
Yep.
But something went wrong. Something went wrong quite earlier on, because this was meant to be a series of 26 episodes, but only 4 were completed when it was cancelled mid-series, leaving a 5th episode near to completion, but that was it. 4 episodes, that's it. That's all the Rayman animated series is. There's nothing really to say about that, really, any more in depth than that. It's going to be a short one. We're going to do the 4 episodes in separate videos, as per usual with this series. Yeah.
I'm not surprised it was cancelled, to be honest. You know.
Well, based on what we watched over these 4 episodes, there's some very, very confusing sort of elements, storytelling and weird. I can see what they were planning to do long term, but it's quite unremarkable as a show.
It seems like they weren't sure what they're going to be doing. I mean, because it just didn't make a lot of it didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, there's some weird things like there's episodes missing in between.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
We're going to get into that as we start each one, as we talk through each particular episode and so on. But the biggest thing for me is it's quite unremarkable. Visually, it's fine. Voice acting, it's fine. There's some good names actually involved here, voice acting and so on. But there is nothing stand out about this. It's like, wait, this is just another animated show.
Yeah.
It was, these 4 episodes, these episodes that we watched were more enjoyable than, say, Viva Pinata, because at least the story was carrying on.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't impressed, you know?
No.
So yeah, voice actors. Rayman is voiced by Billy West, the great Billy West. Bettina is voiced by Lacey Chabet. Lac-Man is voiced by Danny Mann. Cookie by Carlos Alazarquil. Rigatoni by Danny Mann, doing 2 voices there. Admiral Razorbeard by Carlos again. And Inspector Grub, Danny Mann, doing 3 fucking voices in that alone. So it's actually quite a small little cast as well. Yeah. We're going to talk through episode 1, and in the next videos we'll talk through 2, 3, and 4. But I do want to give a series overview. The overview of what the actual show was supposed to be about. Basically, it is an evil circus run by Rigatoni, who had enslaved Rayman and his friends, forcing them to work in his travelling circus that kind of flew around and performed there. Rayman basically decides they have to break free, and they escape from it. Arrive at a town and basically get chased by Inspector Grub, who's working for Rigatoni, it seems. And basically that's what it seemed like the series overview was going to be. Would it ever get away? Would it be chased by Grub? What other hijinks would they get into it? And so on and so forth. You know? That seemed to be the basis of it. Yeah. And season 1, episode 1 is a pilot, so to speak, in the sense that it sets up this story, and then we kind of continue from that. Episode 1, it's called Lac-Mac Napping, aired 20th of December 1999, so 5 days before Christmas in 1999. There you go. Wow. Which is probably another reason why bad time to put that on, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So I'm initially impressed by this, by the animated computer graphics, as we see the mobile circus floating over a city before it lands in the dark forest. Look great.
Yeah.
Definitely got some Final Fantasy 9 vibes.
Yeah, I mean, I quite liked the animation.
I think the animation is good.
Yeah,
I think it's fine for what it is, 1999. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not as strong as Viva Pinata. It's a little bit more cartoony. Yeah. But I think it's pretty good nonetheless.
Obviously, Viva Pinata is more colourful. This is more like dark.
And it's later as well. Technology was stronger and stuff like that. We're then introduced to the sinister and cruel owner, Sir Rigatoni, as he tells a group of creatures in cages that it better be a good show or they won't get any dinner. As the crowds fill the tent, the show begins with the first performer being Bettina, a human-looking acrobat. I was very confused about what these kind of characters were, but I suppose that works in the world of Rayman. It is a weird world anyway. She then introduces another acrobat on the high wire. This is Flips, a dragonfly-like little fairy kind of girl. She falls, but is able to stop herself from being hurt by using her wings at the last minute. The main event is then introduced, and it's Lac-Mac, a blue rabbit-like humanoid thing, and he juggles. I was like, that's the main event, a juggler. Let down. The crowd is impressed and Sir Rigatoni is pleased. However, afterwards, the performers are sent back to the cages by Rigatoni's minion, Admiral Razorbeard. That character is the main villain from Rayman 2, The Great Escape.
I did wonder that. I wondered if a lot of these characters are actually in the game.
Yes.
And obviously, I mean, my knowledge of Rayman is not great from maybe PlayStation 1.
Mine's more modern day.
Yeah.
The Rayman games that came out on the Xbox and stuff like that are absolutely brilliant games. In the cages, Bettina talks about finding a way out and telling the people how they're being treated, but it seems hopeless. Here, we also see another character, one that we will later learn is called Cookie, and he's like a mole, a humanoid mole.
Yeah.
Rigatoni and Razorbeard are discussing a new performer, which turns out to be Rayman. Rigatoni wants Razorbeard to get Rayman to do some tricks, but Rayman is refusing to perform. As Razorbeard tries to make him do some tricks, Rayman continues to be rebellious. This is a good example of where the show gets itself confused. Like, we get no explanation of why Rayman is there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's been captured, a hostage, or anything like that. Like,
That's what I thought. He's just walking around like he's...
yeah, like it's like an open invitation, open audition, or something like that, you know, which would have made more sense, I suppose. And then you know, but Rigatoni comes along and Rayman gives him sass up to the point where he ultimately ends up caged with the other performers. Okay. Rigatoni reflects on his success and gets angry when Lac-Mac asks to be let free. The flying circus takes off as Rayman declares that they will get out of here, even though they're being monitored on camera and Razorbeard is on patrol. And I got even more confused, like, wait, so Rayman already knows these characters, so he's already been here? So I was like, okay, maybe it's they captured him a while back and he's been refusing to do tricks.
Yeah, that's,
you know?
Again, as you said, it doesn't explain it anyway, so...
Which is weird, considering you kind of, this is your character setup, set this stuff up. Believing it to be impossible, Cookie decides to continue Lac-Mac's training for his latest trick, which turns out to be the ability to twist strong metal bars into shapes. Rayman thinks the bar was fake, but realising it's metal, Rayman then encourages Lac-Mac to bend the cage bars open for them to escape. That's how they're going to get out. Flip flies around the surveillance cameras, preventing Sir Rigatoni from seeing them. Now free, they start to make their escape as Razorbeard comes along, but he gets tricked into a cage as Rigatoni sees what's happening on the monitors. As they run through the circus, Cookie reveals his automatic bread slicer, which gives Rayman the idea of cutting a hole in the side of the circus wall. It's a knife.
I know.
Yeah, it's weird. The group jump out while the circus crashes into the ground. Not before Rigatoni makes a phone call, though, to Inspector Grubb, demanding that he hunt down and capture Rayman and the group. He also swears revenge on Rayman. Free and overlooking a great city, the group come across a local with a busted car. He agrees to give it to them should they fix it, which Rayman believes Cookie can do so. And sometime after, Cookie's succeeded and they all drive off in search of a place to hide.
Yep.
And that's our pilot, as it were. It's an interesting opening, I think. It's messy, doesn't make a lot of sense, confuses itself at times, has a weird thing where it wants to set up, basically, the overarching plot. But then doesn't really set up the characters.
No. So I mean, like I say, it's very confused on what it's trying to explain.
Yeah. I just couldn't work out Rayman and what he was in this regard. You end up having to do your own guesswork.
Yeah.
Which is okay. He's always been there, but just will refuse new tricks. So why not have, say, Rigatoni do that? Say, when he's trying to get Razorbeard to do him, have him just turn around and say, like, Rayman, I'm sick of your shit.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't start doing tricks, I'm not going to feed the others. You know what I mean? Like stuff like this.
Yeah.
No, obviously not the word shit. I'm adding that.
Course,
but still. But I was intrigued. I was like, okay, cool. So like now we're going to get like adventures in this city.
Yep.
That could work for me. So I wasn't sold, but I wasn't anti it.
I was okay. Yeah. I mean, compared to after Viva Pinata, I was okay. Yeah.
This felt like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
That is Rayman the Animated Series, Episode 1, Lac-Mac Napping. You got any thoughts? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.